Everyone, so it's the unlikely pepper, and I figured since the power is out and it's the best time ever to try out this. So this is a way of doing a emergency candle for something you might not have on hand. I'm using a unopened thing of regular Crisco, and the internet has told me that they claim that this works, so the candle maker is going to test this out. So I'm just going to go ahead. This one here is a 1 pound, 16 ounce thing of Crisco, vegetable shortening. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Now, something that you might not have on hand. Now, they say you can use a... Oh, well, that was dumb of me. They say that you can use string for this. I don't know how well it works. I'm trying it out because I have wicks on hand. I guess I could try another time to do one with string. I imagine the string would be extremely hard to get in place. But I'm going to show you a trick for how to get the wick to place nice and evenly. So, here we go. Like that. Okay. So what I have here is an unused wick. This here is the piece that typically goes on the bottom of your candle. What I'm going to do is go ahead and measure, and I'm going to do it a little bit above that line. And I actually use toenail clippers to cut mine. I find that scissors tends to be a pain in the neck to use. So I'm going to go ahead and clip right above that, right about here. So I have the wick. Now this seems redundant, but what I'm going to use, these are like little wooden kebab skewers. Go ahead and figure out where the center of your shortening is. Go ahead, go through the center, twist it around a little bit. Come on up, and then take the wick that you've just cut. Let me see if I can put that somewhere. Alright. And then you go ahead and go down through the center. Now the reason why I like using this wick here is also because they've coated it. It's got a wax coating on it, which makes it easier to use. Now, if you're wondering where to get those, I get mine from Candle Science. This company here is out of, I believe it is South Carolina. This one here is the number here refers to the width of it. These are 6-inch long, and the 26 refers to, almost like for all the guys out there, the gauge of the metal would be, except this is the gauge of the width. The higher the number, the wider it's going to be, and the wider the burn pool is going to be. This is the closest I had to the, 26 is the largest they make in this LX brand. LX refers to the inside of it. It's a German brand, German type. It's a mix of a paper and cotton cord, and then they've coated it with wax. 26 is the widest that it comes in this variety. I know they go upwards of 30 and 32 for certain brands. You can go ahead and pick out whatever you think is going to be the widest. We'll see with this 26 how wide this burns out. So this is what I've used. Candle Science is a fantastic brand. I think this 100-pack cost me maybe $6 plus shipping. So it's definitely a good name to go through. I love going through them with a lot of my candle stuff. So now that I've done this and I've gone down and I've made sure that I do have enough wick, I can see that I can go ahead and cut it down to the 1/4 safety amount, which is recommended for any candle. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that down a little further, and then we'll go ahead and light this bad boy up. And because we're in the middle of a storm and I'm attempting to conserve battery life on my phone, I probably won't give you another video update, but I will update you on how it's going until I get my power back, and then I'll go ahead and do another video showing you how it burned. So, we've got that going, and obviously I know that it's going to burn just fine because it's a solid wick, but we'll have to see with that 26, sorry, that's boiling water here in the video, how wide that burn pool goes out. The thicker that is, the closer to the edges it's going to get. and then the more you're going to be able to use this, it'll give a bigger flame. So this is going to be my kitchen candle. I am going to leave this on my counter so that if there is any splattering, any weirdness, anything, I'm at a good spot to be able to get it out quickly. Now, I am noticing, I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but there is some black soot coming up off this. It's not huge. It's not super noticeable. I'm trying to see if it'll show with my hand. But there is some black plume. So I might actually put this on top of my stove so that I'm not getting the... Let me see if there's some way that I can show that. Maybe I can put some paper towels behind it to better show you that. Yep. So you can see it's not burning very clean. I suppose if this is all you have access to, this is what you can use. Now, don't get me wrong, this is burning. If you don't mind the black soot all over your ceiling and your walls, I suppose you can go ahead and use this in an emergency. I don't know how much longer I will keep this. I will try to keep this burning as long as I can, and it's not causing damage to my house, but I have so many other candles available because I'm a candle maker that aren't going to do this and aren't going to damage my walls. And just so you know, this black smoke does end up all over your walls, all over your ceiling. It leaves a film and a stain, and you'll probably notice over time that if you use candles like this all the time, you're probably going to end up having to wash your walls and such, which I will probably do a video about all that another day when I actually have power. So, this does work. So, the myth is not busted. This does work. It's just not a very clean candle. But if you didn't have any other option, it seems like it's burning pretty slow too, to be honest with you. So, this is an option for you. If you have Crisco at home, you have no candles, you could probably go ahead and do string. I would say at that point you would want to put the string, I'm going to put this down now, you could probably go ahead and take the string and rub it across the bottom of the kebab, and then go ahead and put it up that, and then as you're putting it down into there, release it and let the string go. But I can't imagine that you could put a string just through a can of Crisco, no problem, with nothing else for assistance. Just so you know, these kebab skewers, I believe it was like 100 pack of these at Walmart for, I think it was like $1 something. So, not a huge investment. I use them all the time for candle making, soap making, and things like that. They're great to have on hand. You never know when you're going to need one. So, here is how I made it. I'd give this probably a 60 on a scale of, 1 to 100. It works, it's there. It's just not very safe for your house. I mean, I haven't noticed any splattering yet, which is a good sign. But those black plumes are going to end up all over your walls and things like that. But if that's not a worry of yours, or we're in a situation where we don't care about how much we're repainting our walls, this is an option. But if it's like a storm, I don't know how much you'd want to have this running. Okay, so I'll give you updates if there are any to be had, but hopefully if you did not already know about this trick, now you know. Alright, so this is the Unlikely Prepper out.